Here we go. Here's the best shit I feel, right? Eren! Mikasa's getting all wet. Mikasa's like, oh shit, Eren in boat! You know? I used to imagine Mikasa sitting at home being like, I voted for Eren 1,000,000 times! All those Eren fangirls are like, Eren, Bird-sama! They were all voting for Eren. I think Eren is gonna win both. I really do, because I mean, I voted for both too, right? Even though I absolutely disagree that he can be both, so of course. But it's because of the troll, right? You know, everyone's gonna vote for both, right? Because it's just so stupid that I feel everyone's gonna meme it and vote for both. I think just that alone, I feel everyone's gonna vote for both. Because it's just so stupid. People are like, Eren. I think that's the main reason, right? If he's right, the create doesn't matter. It's just so stupid that I also felt I had to vote for both. And so a lot of other YouTubers who said they're like, oh, we gotta vote for both, man. It's just so funny. Same. I think it's popular. I kind of hope he wins both. I made another video about it, right, how stupid it is. And I was again, used to iterate. He is not both, okay? We can disagree or agree on what he is, right? Of course, you're wrong if you think he's playing it. But, like, you're wrong. He's objectively the antagonist because this is season 4. Not 1, 2, 3, and season 4 is about Gabi and the Morales fighting the aliens, right? You never see from Eren's perspective. Even now in part 2 of the anime, who is the protagonist this episode? Is Ymir. Who was before that? It was Secret. We never see it from Eren's perspective. Eren is not the protagonist. And it's not about being evil or good, right? It's not about being evil or good. People are always conflating that you can't have an evil main character. Of course you can. You have several evil main characters. For example, look at something like Inuyashiki, where you have like 2 different main characters. Right? You have Inuyashiki himself there, but also Hiro, the hero, right? The psychopathic. He's also, of course, they're both also fighting each other. But still, he's like the protagonist of his half episode, right? For example. You can play Disgaea, where you're playing as a demon lord, killing humans and aliens, right? He's the bad guy, but you're playing as him. He's the protagonist. But what defines a protagonist is the perspective, right? Who is the narration following? You're following the storyline of Stephen Lahore. He's the demon lord, but you're watching from his eyes, right? Ergo, he is the protagonist, even if he's an evil main character. Eren, though, season 4, yes, season 4, after the time skip, you are not following Eren's eyes, right? You're following Gabi's eyes. After the time skip, it's about Gabi watching the world. It's about Gabi fighting in this war. It's about Gabi looking at Reynor and Seeker and so on, right, fighting this other empire, right, for the Mali Empire. Then it's about Gabi getting home to her parents, right, and so on. Then it's about Gabi and Falco, right, he's like a secondary player for the Gabi, right, Gabi and Falco meeting Eren and so on, Eren killing people and so on. Again, right, Eren is antagonist, he really is. And afterwards, when they started going back to past, we don't know what Eren's doing, right, the Jaegers, we don't know what Eren's doing. We still don't literally know, because Eren lied this episode. So he can half-ass know why he's doing the rumbling. But a lot of lies in that, right? So still, he's still the antagonist. Even to this episode, he's antagonist, right? Because he's antagonizing, you know, Gabi, Falco, Mikasa, Armin, and so on, right? And next episode, we can see the same thing, right? They're gonna be them trying to stop the rumbling, right? Again, they are the protagonists trying to stop the rumbling, trying to stop Eren from killing everyone, right? I think it's fine to spoil the last episode, right? They have this is other, right? Yeah. Eren doing the rumbling, he's the antagonist, everyone's trying to kill him, right, to stop him from doing the rumbling, or whatever, he's trying to stop the rumbling, right. He, of course, is the protagonist, or is he? No, but he's the antagonist. However, he, of course, used to be the protagonist. He used to be the protagonist, so if you look at it from season 1 to 4, then he's both, of course. But he's never both at the same time. He's never both at the same time. It's just so obviously. Exactly. He's not the antagonist because he's evil. It's exactly right. He's the antagonist because we are following the storyline from Armin, Mikasa, and also, of course, Gabi and Falco. So on. It's not about because he's evil, right? And I keep seeing these people all the time. I had a Twitter discussion with one guy that was like, no, it's because Eren is killing everyone. I was like, yeah, you can have a main character that commits genocide. They're still the main character, right? But you have to follow the main character's reasoning and their perspective. I just watched Landale, I think it's a great anime, before this, and she is like a crazy murderer, teenage grandma Landale, Kayana. She's like a freaking genocide maniac. She's like, I want to kill everyone! She's the main character, but you're following her vision, right? You're following her insanity. Anyway, he's probably gonna win both, right? Based on the whole insanity of having Eren's both, right? Oh, come on! That's a good decision! God damn it! Stop ruining internet! Stop ruining my dreams! Stop ruining my dreams, internet! We're supposed to meme this shit! We're supposed to meme it! Okay, let's go back to the antagonist immediately then. Will it at least win antagonist? Okay, good. Okay. Maybe the world isn't so crazy after all. Maybe the world isn't so crazy after all. Okay? God damn it. Now I have to be positive. God damn it. So maybe the world isn't insane, okay? Maybe there's hope for humanity. That is seriously a hope for humanity. He's clearly the antagonist, so there is hope for humanity. People saw the truth. Eren is trying to murder everyone. He's the goddamn genocidal maniac. He's the bad guy. Yeah, he's the bad guy, right? And also antagonist. He's both, right? And he's not the main character, he's antagonist. And that's true. So I was prepared to make my speech about the falsity of humanity and why we're gonna die and so on, and why everyone's an idiot. But okay, this is actually the correct. So anyway, okay. Whatever. I was hoping, right, for the meme, the quality, but whatever. Let's be serious here. Urukawa. See his name under me here, under the camera. Urukawa. Urukawa is a great protagonist. As I said in the last stream talking about this thing, he is the absolute best decision, because Urukawa, he really carries his show, right? So the reason why I think that he is potentially a better protagonist than Rudy, because otherwise I'll give it to, Rudy, right? Ghislaine and so on, to Rudy otherwise, is because while Rudy is an amazing protagonist, right? And I think he has the best development of any protagonist, right? An amazing character. Truly, I think, an amazing character, right? But Mushoku Tensei doesn't rely solely on Rudy, right? It also has Eris growing his character. It has Rudyard, Ghislaine, etc. Right? So he has this bigger cast of characters also carrying it, right? Roxy and, etc. Paul and so on. His Papa too, right? So Mushoku Tensei has like an assembly of really good characters, right? And Otaxi, though, while being a very good anime, doesn't have, in a sense, then, that many good characters, right? It's all about the main character. It's all about Urukawa carrying them, right? It's all about centered around him. In Mushoku Tensei, it's all about Rudy, right? You have other characters doing their own shit, so on, right? In Urukawa, not really. So Urukawa is the best antagonist because he is truly kind of like, the guy that carries the whole anime on his shoulders, right? Without Urukawa, the story doesn't work at all. Even though it has a lot of different plot points, he is always the center and so on, and he really carries his interaction with all the dialogue of the characters is really what's driving this anime, right? Where that's not true for Mushoku Tensei as much, right? Even though it's also a good point there as well. So I think he is the best protagonist, because he really is carrying the anime so heavily on his shoulders. And again, it's an amazing anime, right? But Urukawa is such an important part of this anime. So I think he really is the best choice, right? And of course, I really ranted about Eren being antagonist for months, right? So this is the right pick here too. Because he really is the antagonist. As I said earlier with my Star Wars, I compared it to Star Wars, right? I think that makes it better too, right? Because I always keep going back to this idea of Star Wars, right? Because everyone I feel has seen Star Wars, right? In the Star Wars 1 to 3, Anakin, blah blah blah, is the main character, is the protagonist, and then you get to 4 and 6, Luke Skywalker is the main character, his son, right? And now, of course, he's the antagonist, Darth Vader. And it's kind of the same thing, right? It kind of, it's sweep from being protagonist and so on. And I think that really works, to make Eren even a better antagonist, because he used to be the protagonist. As you say there, he kind of stopped being the protagonist after he kissed the hand, right? He got the future, he could see the future and everything. And after that, they had a time skip, and during that part, he stopped being, the protagonist. And now he's the antagonist, right? And yeah, it really makes sense to have him as a good antagonist. That being said, though, if I'm gonna be critical and crispy here, I 100% agree this antagonist, as I keep saying, right? He's not the protagonist, but is he the best antagonist though? That is something I think is that when the Golden Camus air season 3 didn't air last year, That shit, man. Because didn't Golden Kamui, didn't that air like last year with like the Cyber Tiger fighting and I mean, Golden Kamui I think has the best antagonist like all anime history. And didn't that air last year? So I'm a little bit like, it's a very less popular anime, but I'm pretty sure it aired last year, right? Didn't it air last year? Golden Kamui Part 3. I probably would nominate, like basically anyone from Golden Kamui. Okay, it ended December. Okay, it ended 2 years ago. Okay then. Little unsure there. Okay, it ended before that. Okay. What else do we have in the list though? Obviously, Shigaki isn't the antagonist, so that's wrong. And Kidna, I mean maybe, but as people said, right, Roosevelt should have been there instead. I mean, you could both be there, but yeah, Roosevelt could have been there. I think that Adam and Skate is a joke, and obviously Kisaki is also not a very good antagonist. With all time travel shit, it's such a boring fast flag, stupid shit. I prefer Yano, right? But I feel there's so many better antagonists. Not over Eren perhaps, but I mean over like Adam, right? There's so many other antagonists, like for example Roosevelt, that are better. Or look at like Osama Rankin, right? You have Miriano, you have Daida, you have Bosse, right? Osama Rankin is like, who's not the bad guy? It's like everyone. You have Doma, so it's like that anime, everyone's either a good guy or a bad guy every episode. It feels like it's changing every episode, but yeah, you have King Desha for a bit. You have Okken. Osama Rankin has like 20 antagonists, but I guess the main antagonist is Miriano. Miriano is certainly a much better antagonist than like Adam or Kisaki or something, right? So it is a little silly, but certainly I think Eren is the best of these 6. That I genuinely do agree that Eren is the best of this. That's no problem. If I have to pick from these 6, I would pick Eren easily. But I just have to say the thing, right, that you have to remember though, this is supposed to be only part 1, right? This is before the rumbling. The rumbling happened last week, right? This is not the rumbling yet. So it's like, I think he's a better antagonist in part 2, right? That's also my... A little bit, I'm like, but he hasn't done the shit yet. He hasn't really. Well, and Kidna is like, both, right? She's kind of helpful and antagonizing, yeah. But I think that Roosevelt is a much better pick, right? Roosevelt would be a much better pick for an antagonist in R0 that season. Lastly, I just want to say again, right, that of course Shigaraki, as I said in my last video about this topic, Shigaraki isn't the antagonist. It's the same shit again, right? Shigaraki is the character of what is called My Hero villain arc, right? This is a 5. He's not antagonizing anyone, it's Redestro. Redestro is this evil quirk guy, right? That kidnapped Shigaraki's friend, and then Shigaraki and Toga and so on, they go to save their friend, right? Spinner and so on. And they go and fight them, right? And it's about his backstory, his motivation, so on, right? He's clearly the protagonist of season 5. Because he's not antagonizing anyone in that season. He's the victim, so to speak, right? And being attacked by the other bad guys. And you're following his journey, right? Of getting revenge over that. So he is absolutely the protagonist of season 5. Kind of like Eren is not the protagonist. He's the vice versa, right? Yeah. He used to be the antagonist, but in that season, he's the protagonist, right? And this is not... I don't find it very complicated to understand. I don't find it very complicated. Just like Eren. Eren used to be the protagonist, now antagonist. This guy is the reversal. He used to be the antagonist, now he's the protagonist. Like, that can change, right? But apparently, Crunchyroll, for them it's too complicated to understand that, you can realign where a character is in the narration. It's just too complicated for them. Their brain are exploding, right? Just imagining that.